What's up, guys? It's Scion Storm, and what you're looking at right now is Swordsman Online. Now, this game is a little bit controversial because people are kind of comparing it to certain things, and it's kind of unfair, for one, because this is closed beta, and two, it's not as bad as they say. Three, they just didn't go into options and change things. So let's actually go into that right now, and I'm going to show you what I changed to make this a little bit more fun to actually fight. Let's go to here, and you need to go to settings. Now what you want to do is go to gameplay and actually go to control scheme. Now a lot of things is when you actually fight, you don't close in, and the main reason for that is because it's not cut on. So what you want to do is automatically you want to start to go into close in right here. See right here, basic skill close in, quick power close in, general power close in, and combo close in. What that does is that will make your character face wherever you're attacking, because if you don't do that, automatically the character will just stand there. You'll just say it can't do it, or you'll just stand there and attack in the wrong direction like a dumbass. So you actually need to cut that on. It's not typically cut on when you first start the game, so people get a little bit frustrated with that. Now another thing you may want to do is, you see I did traditional 3D. You can go action and you can go SM classic. I go traditional 3D because it works for me. It's kind of just the same way as if you were attacking any other type of MMO, and it works for me. So that might actually help some of the people who are having problems when they say, oh, I hate this, that, and the third. Another thing people get into is that, oh, you can't move while you cast. A lot of games don't move while you cast, to be honest with you, and some things they actually do have movement, but some things they don't. WoW, initially, you can't move and cast in WoW. Now, games kind of a little bit spoil people a little bit now because they actually do that now, but you guys don't remember back then. Rift, you couldn't move and cast. WoW, you couldn't move and cast. Aeon, you couldn't move and cast unless you were flying. And you know, like, there's a lot of games that you couldn't move and cast. So when this game came out and people were like, you can't move, I'm like, what are you, spoil little brats now? Like, seriously? Like, the games were like this to begin with. It kind of moved towards that now that you can move and cast and do things, but initially you couldn't do that. I got used to it, so you guys stop whining about that. So let's go into the actual game itself. Well, I'm already in the game, but let's show you different things out there. You see this natural inventory. I'm not going to go over this because if you're into MMO, you know what all this stuff is already. As you can see, you have a die menu and you can change different things. I really don't pay attention to this. I leave it the way it is. I like the way that the clothes look already, so there's no point in me actually doing that. And as you can see here, I open it up. Actually, let me click on that. What is this? This is an ink brush. So that's probably how you tag, because I believe you can write on, yep, write on walls. So I'm not going to do that right now, but you can write on walls. As you see, the backspace is really low, to be honest with you. Really low. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Got materials. This is kind of like all your trade skill stuff, and you can, you know, build up different things. You only get trade skills at level 30, though. You don't get it in the beginning. It's kind of weird, but the game is just like that. Alright, let's go back into this a little bit. Now you can go into your detailed stats when you click that, and you can look at specifically what you have and, you know, what type of stats you need to work on if you want to work on stats. I really didn't worry about this at all, going all the way up to level 30. It is what it is. Now you get 5 times to get extra EXP, as you see right here. Choose it wisely. I used it twice to get to this point at level 32. Made it really quick. I'm not going to use it anymore until I start to really feel the grind. I still don't feel the grind right now, so I'm not going to use it until I really feel it. Let's go on to the next one. Your skills. Now the skills in this game are kind of cool because after a point you start to get to make your own type of style. But first let's look at the initial styles. Like in Wu-Tang, you get the Wu-Tang sword, of course, you start off with, and you can basically put the skills any way you want to on the bar. You get 1 through 5, as you can see right there, and then you get Q, which is over here. So you basically get 6 skills that you can use at any point in time. Plus your ultimate skill, which I forgot I even have it. Now you get extra slots at 40, 60, and I don't know why this is, I guess you get 2 extra slots at 60. But you also have a basic initial style, which is kind of just like your, like if you want to use your auto attack or whatever else, that's all that really is just your auto attack. Now you get a second one at level 20, which in Wu-Tang's case is Martial Slash. Martial Slash is totally superior to Wu-Tang Sword. Wu-Tang Sword, the only thing I use it for is I cut it on, and I cut on the Chi of Ice. And what I would do with that is you hit control and this, and that changes your style, as you can see right there. So I would cut on Sword of Ice. That's just basically a buff to add extra damage to myself, and then I would go right back. I only have 2 on right now. I'll go right back to my custom style, which I call it Storm style, as you can see right here. So as you see here, I have the Storm style up, and what I do from here is, this is initially it was called custom, as you see, customized style, but I changed it and called it Storm style. You can basically combine the first two of whatever skills you get. Now you get other skills to go along with that a little bit later. You get Tai Chi, and you get Lost to Arts too, which I don't have any right now, but I will get some. And you also get to add combos. So let's go into combat focus. Combat focus is basically your special move. As you can see right here, it's pretty badass. It just calls down a whole bunch of swords. Like, yeah, I had that. Just beasting on them. You have all your utilities, as you can see right here. You can pretty much see everything that you get right there. I got these basically for just doing whatever. And basically do all stuff like that. Like, there's no such thing as fall damage in this game. They just don't give a damn about fall damage. So what I want to actually initially say is that this game is fun. It's non-stop action. They do not bore you. Even if you get mundane tasks, right after that you get to fight. It's like you just fighting all the time basically in this game. It does a very good job of keeping you in the action and not boring the all hell out of you. And some games they do like that. So I see people initially saying, oh, it's like Age of Wushu. No, the hell it's not. Age of Wushu is boring most of the time. It's good when you get into combat fights, but it's not combat all the time. This game is pretty much like combat all the time. Now you actually have instances too. And I'm going to show you, actually going to probably see in the video, I'm going to give you a link. I made a separate video for the countryside ambush because I soloed it. And it was pretty fun actually soloing it. I want to do attack by night, but nobody seems to be doing it. I saw people asking for groups, but people are more interested in the Scion siege. So I'm probably going to try to do that, and if I get into a group with that, I'm actually going to put it in this video as like a little part to it. So if I get into that, I don't know, who knows. So you see I have different missions right here. You can actually click on these, and you got these missions too. Well, actually dungeons, right? I'm sorry. And you have all these, so these are a lot of dungeons. And the last one right there. Now you actually have events too. Now events are pretty cool because you can actually call out for people to actually help you in the events, or you can just go straight to them. And they usually give you different things like EXP. This is a Kung Fu potion, which I believe the Kung Fu potion has to do with your training. And that's somebody who's PvP, or I guess a bad guy. He vanished or whatever. You can PvP in this game, and people can PK you in this game, so watch it. They get bad things that happen to them when they PK, but people still try to PK anyway. It doesn't matter. It's what it is. Back to events. You get a lot of different things that go on. Majority of the time you want stuff like, like trade skill items and stuff like that, because for some reason those seem to be not that, I guess you could say, useful in the beginning, so people don't actually have a lot of them, or they vendor them, and I just want to actually use them and see the trade skills, but it's a little bit hard, so we'll see about that a little bit later. Maybe I'll do a second look. I really don't want to. I usually like only doing one look, but if I have to do a second one, I will. So we're going to get into the actual fighting. Alright guys, I want to show you some quick things real quick that I forgot to actually show you. Of course, this right here is the quest log, and this right here is crafting. Crafting you do not get to level 30, which is kind of strange, really strange, but whatever. And I actually have a companion. You don't get this companion until level 25. He's kind of cool because he fixes your gear and he picks items up for you. So let's get him out here. I named mine after my son, named him Tire Storm. So there's my companion right there. He does fight a little bit, like just a little something. He doesn't really do all that much as far as fighting, so don't expect him to save your ass or anything like that. That's not gonna happen. You also have your team ups right here. Like if you want to actually go into a dungeon or something like that, you can actually get a group going right here. And if you want to join them, you can actually join and stuff like that. As you see, not too many people is doing this right now, so it's kind of hard to get a group right now. This is the bandit camp stuff. Pretty much you can either join the guild or you can join the bandit camp. I haven't tried this yet. I will a little bit later. I'm more interested in playing right now because it's actually really fun. So let's go down to the next one. Oh, somebody's talking to me on the phone. This is the marketplace. I guess you could say like the cash out. I don't see anything game breaking in here, to be honest with you. I know some people be like, oh, it's gonna be this, it's Perfect World and this, that, and third, but on the Chinese version of Perfect World isn't game breaking at all. There's nothing really besides getting EXP potions, but I don't consider that game breaking because everybody's gonna end up max level anyway, so it doesn't matter if somebody gets there a little bit faster. Might suck in PvP, but you'll level. And you have a way to actually go and auto level, which is not cut on right now, but it will be cut on. So you can just go sit in the area where that's more comfortable and safe and just auto level, and you'll be fine. Now this is the achievements, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna get right into fighting in a second. Just want to show you everything. And this, I don't know exactly what this is. It says world rankings and stuff like that, but I guess it's just, you know, like you see somebody at level 89. Like what the, like seriously? Like that's just nuts. On top of that, just completely nuts. But it just ranks everything pretty much for you. I don't know how these guys did that. They must be cheesing or cheating or something. As you can see here. Like I don't know, maybe these people are mods or admin or something like that. This basically controls everything, so or looks over everything. So this is a pretty good area right here, the quest and to actually get items done. But I'm gonna use this to fight. So Wu-Tang is pretty OP. It's fun. As you can see right there, I'm gonna put these little attacks in. And they might die before I get to do anything fun. Yeah, they died. That sucked. Anyway, the combat is pretty much streamlined, and it's actually more streamlined than the actual Chinese version is, because the Chinese version seemed a little bit stiff compared to this. I don't know, maybe that was lag, but I didn't seem to be able to move as smoothly as I can move here, and I don't really think that it's input lag. I just think that this is a little bit faster. Maybe they realize that Americans like their games a little bit faster. Like you see, like this, it's just fun all the way around. I don't know how anybody can say that this is just Age of Wushu is better. Now Age of Wushu may have more styles and things out right now because it's been out longer, but it's not more fun than this. You guys are lying, whoever's saying that, and you're lying to yourselves and everybody else that's actually going to sit there and watch you say that, because this is definitely combat wise better than Age of Wushu. Alright, let me change my skills up. I meant not to do that while I was actually fighting, because it gives you that cooldown right there. Alright, let's put on my ice now. Let's do a different move. Now, and the Wu-Tang sword is kind of strange because there's not that many attacks. It has 2 buffs and 2 attacks. And then it has this AoE move where you can do like that. Like, so it's really not all that great of a fighting thing to use, but you can spam this. As you can see, like it struggles to kill stuff. So I just don't use it. I use the ice buff when I remember to use the ice buff. But other than that, like there's no reason for me to really use this. So let me go back to my custom skill because my custom is better. As you can see right there. Now I don't know what the other skills are gonna be. Now let me have him pick stuff up. Start collecting. Go ahead. Get out there. Do your thing. There you go. Alright. As you see right here, this is just OP-ness. You just beast all over stuff. You can follow that, and then I can suck them in behind it and do that. Like what? Like who would want to do Wu-Tang Blade after that? And then, oh, I didn't even show you this move. Boom. Like, it's just fun all the way around with combat and actually going into fighting. So you guys who are hating, I don't know, are you Age of Wushu fans? Like why are you hating? Like I'm an Age of Wushu fan, but this is fun. I'm not hating on this. Like I said, you constantly fight in this game. You constantly have something to do. It's constantly giving you story, giving you characters to either hate or fall in love with. And oh, there's one point where I didn't like what they did at all. That was cruel. But you'll see. I don't want to spoil the game for you before you even get into the game. And like you see, I'm not having any trouble right now. I'm fighting to the whole extent of how I want to fight, doing whatever I want to do. Like there's no movement problem in this game at all. So any of you people who see those guys out there talking all that shit, all that crap, and saying, "Oh, it sucks. You can't do all this and the UI," stop it. Stop. Just stop. You're lying. You're lying. I'm showing it right now. They're lying. Like you can do whatever you want to do right now. Like I'm beasting right now. The same way like you see me play like in Critica and all other type of games. Like it's just this is fun. Like why I don't understand why people lie on the internet, especially when you got people like me who are just gonna make videos and just disprove you, make you like a moron. Like really. At any rate, before I start preaching up on here, let's go into a few other things. Actually, you know what? This really isn't anything else to go into. This is the game. Like, I'm not going to spoil the game for you and show you a whole bunch of different moments. I'm going to show you a few. You're going to see things on the bottom right, and I'm going to show you like a few events and stuff like that. But I don't want to ruin the story for you because this game has a lot of story and a lot of fun to it. So you guys get into it, try it out, try different characters. Why was that all delayed and stuff? And you know, have fun with it. The game is actually really fun, and I will see you guys in game because there's another game that's going to be on my list. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to have so many freaking games to play and so many things to do that it's a good problem, but it's still a problem on top of that. So we'll see. Anyway, you guys be legendary, and I will see you next video, which will probably be could be Archlord 2, possibly. Or maybe Saint Seiya. I don't know. I got so much crap. Then the new Warframe is tomorrow, and I believe Black Gold is gonna be the 20th, and then I have the King of Fighter Online game that I'm actually gonna be doing. I'm gonna be streaming that a lot, so look forward to that, guys. Anyway, this game is cool. It has problems, of course. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say be legendary. I do have another problem to actually talk to you about. The character creation. The character creation is okay, but the problem with the character creation is it's not defaulted. So if you want a really cute female face, you gotta make that. It's not gonna automatically default to it. It's gonna default to some pugly looking face, and you're gonna have to change it and show your character customization skills. Now I've actually put it in a bug test about that they need to actually, you know, use some of the faces in the game, like the Lady of the East. The Lady of the East is a pretty ass chick in this game, so why don't they default to that and then like everybody, you know, morph off of that? But they just have some ugliness going on that it's just horrible to look at. So it's just like when you make the character, like, ew, like I don't want to make a female character, it's ugly. And they can do something about that. So that's the only real problem. Other than that, also the how the whole fighting, you have to actually cut on things to make it streamlined. Like, you can't move the way I'm moving when you start the game out stock. You can't do that. You have to really change the game into the options like I showed you in the beginning. So pretty much that's the only real problem I have with this game, to be honest with you. The trade skills, I don't think they should start at 30. That's kind of stupid. They need to do something about that. I don't remember that happening in the Chinese version, but it could have. Is what it is. So I guess I can say now officially that this one's over, and you guys be legendary because I'm having fun right now, and you guys should have fun too. Catch you later. Peace. Thanks for watching me, Scion Storm. I do anything and everything MMOs. If you like what you saw here, please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and get at me on any social media that you feel. I am on there. Holla at me. Be legendary, and I will see you next time.